Welcome back to Tales by WZ. Today's story is about this moment my wife said for the 100th time, "My ex would never have done that." I finally snapped. "Then why didn't you marry him?" She got quiet, so I continued, "Because he didn't want you either." And the chaos erupted. As you listen, notice the point where you think this marriage really ended. My wife said, "My ex never did that." I replied, "Then go marry him." Then I stopped apologizing, called a divorce lawyer, exposed her secret coffee dates with him, and quietly watched as the man she idolized rejected her, and I finally chose myself. I am 36. I have been married for 7 years. For those 7 years, I have been sharing my home, my bed, and my life with my wife. But I have also been sharing it with a man I have never met and never wanted to meet. Her ex. It did not start as a big thing. In our first year, we were assembling furniture together. I was sweating over an instruction manual that might as well have been written in another language. The dresser was crooked. The mood was fine. Then she said, almost casually, "My ex was really handy. He built me a whole bookshelf once." I shrugged it off. Cool, good for him. I finished the dresser, crooked but standing. In year 2, I messed up and forgot our anniversary dinner reservation. I owned it. I knew I was wrong. She could have just been mad. Instead, she said, "My ex never forgot important dates." He had this whole calendar system. That one stung, but I swallowed it. People say things when they are upset, right? Year 3, I got a promotion at work. The good news was more money. The bad news was longer hours. When I tried to explain that to her, she said, "My ex always prioritized quality time." He understood balance. Anytime a sentence about your life starts with "my ex," it is rarely going somewhere healthy. Year 4, I planned a surprise birthday party. I rented a venue, invited her friends, coordinated with her sister. The bakery messed up the cake and it came out a little lopsided. She smiled for photos, but later she said, "My ex threw me the most perfect 25th birthday. Everything was flawless." Year 5, she got sick. I made soup, brought her medicine, worked from home so I could be there. She lay in bed, miserable, and said, "My ex used to read to me when I was sick." It was so sweet. Year 6, we were renovating the bathroom. I did most of the work myself to save money. The tile was not perfect. I am not a contractor. I am a guy with tutorials. She looked around and said, "My ex's family had contractor connections. He would have had this done professionally." By then, there was a clear pattern. Every mistake I made, every time I was tired or human or just not perfect, he appeared. The invisible standard. The ghost third husband who apparently could do everything better. I tried to talk to her. "Babe, it really bothers me when you compare me to him," I told her more than once. She would apologize. She would say she did not realize she was doing it. She promised to stop. 2 weeks later, I would hear, "My ex used to massage my feet without me asking." Even my friends noticed. At a barbecue once, she said in front of people that her ex grilled better, but this is fine. Later, my buddy pulled me aside. "Bro, that is messed up. You just going to take that?" he asked. I defended her. "She does not mean it like that. It is just how she talks. We are working on it." We were not working on anything. I was just absorbing it and calling it working. Last Tuesday was the breaking point. We were having dinner at home. I had cooked pasta with homemade sauce. It took me about an hour. Not restaurant quality, but solid. She took 3 bites, pushed the plate away, and said, "It is good, but my ex used to make this amazing carbonara like restaurant quality." Something in me snapped. 7 years of small cuts lined up in my head. "Then why did you not marry him?" I said. She blinked like she had not heard me right. "What?" "Your ex," I said. "The perfect guy who built furniture, remembered dates, cooked restaurant-quality food, and renovated bathrooms with his contractor army. Why did you not marry him?" "That is not what I was saying," she said. "Because he did not want you either," I said. The room went silent. I could hear the fridge humming. Her face went through shock, hurt, and then something colder. "How dare you," she said. "You are disgusting." "And you are obsessed with a man who did not want to keep you," I said. "We all have our issues." "I spent 7 years building a life with you and this is how you treat me," she said. You spent 7 years reminding me I am second place, I said. Maybe check the mirror before you lecture me about treatment. She grabbed her keys, stormed out, and slammed the door hard enough to shake the windows. I sat at the table with my not as good as his pasta and wondered if I had just destroyed my marriage. The truth is, it was already cracked. I had just finally said the quiet part out loud. That night she did not come home, or the next. At 2 in the morning I got a text. Staying at Mom's, you need to think about what you said and apologize. I will not come back until you do. I did not respond, not out of spite. I just was not sorry. It was harsh, yes. But after 7 years of being measured against someone else, it felt like the only honest thing I had said about him. The next morning her sister called. She has never liked me. At one Thanksgiving she said, just loud enough for me to hear, "He is fine, I guess." Not exactly what I pictured for you. You need to fix this, she said. Good morning to you too, I said. Do not be cute. She is devastated. How could you say something so cruel, she asked. Did she tell you what she has been saying to me for 7 years, I said. She mentioned the ex comments, but that is just venting, her sister said. You are her husband. You are supposed to handle it. Handle being told I am worse than her ex weekly, I asked. You are twisting it, she said. She loves you. She just sometimes remembers good things. For 7 years, I said. Every fight, every mistake, every time I breathe wrong, it is always him. There was a long pause. Just apologize, she said. Be the bigger person. I will think about it, I said. I did not. Day 2, her father called. He is a quiet man. In 7 years, he barely spoke more than a few sentences to me at a time. Son, he started. That alone told me this would not go well. I do not know what happened, but my daughter is hurting. Whatever you did, you need to make it right. With respect, sir, I said, whatever she told you is not the full story. She told me you attacked her verbally, that you said things just to wound her, he said. Did she tell you she has been comparing me to her ex our entire marriage, I asked, reminding me I am not as good as him. Silence. That is between you two, he said finally. But a man does not speak to his wife like that. And a wife does not treat her husband like a consolation prize for 7 years, I said. He hung up. Day 3, I came home from work and found her sitting on the couch. No warning, no text, just there, arms crossed. We need to talk, she said. Okay, I said. What you said was unacceptable, cruel, designed to hurt me, she said. And comparing me to your ex for 7 years was not, I asked. That is different, she said. I was not trying to hurt you. I was just talking. You were reminding me someone else was better, I said. You were telling me I was second choice. You are being dramatic, she said. I laughed once. I am dramatic. You bring up your ex when I cook dinner, when I forget something, when I work late, but I am the dramatic one. He was important to me, she said. That relationship shaped who I am. Then be with him, I said. I cannot, she said, then stopped. He is what? I asked. She hesitated. Then the truth slipped out in pieces. We have been talking, she said. Just as friends. We reconnected on social media a few months ago. My stomach dropped. Define talking, I said. Just catching up, she said quickly. Nothing happened. Show me, I said. Show me the messages. If it is just friendly, show me. She clutched her phone like I had asked for her passport. That is an invasion of privacy, she said. You have been secretly talking to the ex you compare me to, and you are worried about privacy, I said. I am not your warden. I am your husband. At least I thought I was. She did not show me anything. She put the phone in her pocket and folded her arms. That told me more than any screenshot. That night I slept in the guest room. Not because she told me to, because I could not share a bed with someone who was still half in another story. The next morning I called a divorce attorney. I did not file that day. I just asked questions. What would this look like? What were my options? Because deep down I knew I was not coming back from this. When you are always the calm one, people think you will bend forever. They assume you will apologize, swallow it, and keep going. She thought she held all the power because she had left first and was demanding apologies. She misread the situation. 2 weeks later, I got the rest of the truth from someone I did not expect. Her mother called me one evening while I was eating takeout alone. "I need to tell you something, and I need you to listen without reacting," she said. I listened. She told me my wife had been bragging to her sister about the ex, about how he finally realized what he lost, about how he was practically begging her to meet up. She told me my wife had blocked her own mother when she told her to cut contact. She also told me my wife had already met him, coffee, 3 weeks earlier, while we were still living together as husband and wife. "Did anything happen?" I asked. "I do not know," she said. She told her sister nothing physical happened, but she admitted she still has feelings for him. I thanked her. Then I called my lawyer again and filed for divorce. The papers were served at her mother's house with witnesses there. I knew she would spin it if there were not other eyes on it. The calls started right away. "You are divorcing me over what?" she demanded. "Over 7 years of disrespect," I said, "and over you meeting your ex behind my back." "Who told you that?" she asked. "Was it my mother?" "Does it matter?" I said. "It was just coffee," she said, starting to cry. "Nothing happened. I swear nothing happened." "I do not believe you," I said. "And even if I did, it does not matter anymore. You cannot just end a 7-year marriage over coffee," she said. "I am ending it over 7 years of you comparing me to him," I said. "Over you secretly reconnecting, meeting him, and never showing any real remorse. Coffee is just the last straw." "I made one mistake," she said. "One after 7 years of being a good wife." "Good wives do not tell their husbands their exes were better," I said. "Good wives do not meet those exes behind their backs." She hung up. Her family came next. Her father left a voicemail about me throwing away a family and how real men stay. I saved it in case I needed a record of pressure. Her sister sent a long message about how I was too weak for a strong woman and that no wonder her sister looked elsewhere. I saved that too. A cousin I had met twice called to tell me I was making a huge mistake. I blocked the number. Then she showed up at my work. I was walking out for lunch when I saw her car. She was leaning on it, arms crossed. She looked tired. "We need to talk privately," she said. "We do not," I said. "Everything goes through lawyers now." "Screw the lawyers," she said. "I am trying to save our marriage." "By ambushing me at work?" I asked. "You will not take my calls or answer texts," she said. "What am I supposed to do?" "Accept the divorce," I said. She grabbed my arm. People nearby started to look. "Please," she said. "I know I messed up, but 7 years. We can fix this." I pulled my arm back. "You spent 7 years telling me I was not enough," I said. "Then you went looking for better. Now that it did not work out, you want me again. That is not fixing anything. That is making me a backup plan twice." "That is not fair," she said, tearing up. "None of this is fair," I said. "It is just the truth." I walked away, drove to a fast food place, and ate alone in my car. That was when it really hit me. In her mind, she still did not see what she had done as serious. The comparisons were just talking. The coffee was just coffee. My reaction was the real problem. You cannot repair anything with someone who does not see the crack. 3 months later, the divorce was final. The process took 8 months. It felt longer. Her lawyer came in hard. She wanted my house. I had bought it 2 years before we met. The deed was only in my name. Her lawyer argued she had invested years in the household and deserved equity. My lawyer brought every mortgage statement showing I had paid all of it. She had split utilities and groceries, not the roof. The judge ruled the house was mine. She wanted a lot of alimony. Her lawyer painted her as someone who had given up big career steps to support the marriage. In reality, she had worked full-time the entire time and gotten 2 promotions. She made about 60% of my income. The judge gave her 18 months of modest support, far less than she asked for. She wanted half my retirement. Legally, she got a share of what grew during the marriage. I lost a chunk of my 401k. It hurt, but it was fair under the law, and fighting would have cost more than it saved. She also tried to get our dog. We adopted him together in year 3. A beagle mix, sweetest dog I have ever met. She rarely walked him and complained about his fur. Suddenly, he was essential. My lawyer asked for proof of care. She had none. I had all the vet records and receipts. I had the photos of hikes and park trips. She dropped it. The dog stayed with me. Her family tried to pressure me again. Her sister called me pathetic for fighting over money. Her father sent a letter through his lawyer hinting at making my life difficult if I did not give in. My lawyer responded that any further threats would go straight into a harassment complaint. That ended that. Her mother stayed quiet after that first hard call. I think she was embarrassed by how her daughter had acted. The final hearing was simple. No big speeches. Lawyers talked. Papers were signed. She did not look at me. I walked out of that courthouse feeling lighter. Not happy, but lighter. Like I had finally set down a weight I had been carrying for years. People always want to know what happened with the ex. The man who built furniture, cooked carbonara, remembered dates, and lived rent-free in my marriage. According to mutual friends, she reached out to him after I filed. She told him she was getting divorced, that she had made a mistake, that maybe they could try again. He turned her down. He told her he was seeing someone and had been for almost a year. He said he had only reached out as a friend when he had been nostalgic after his own breakup, not because he wanted to get back together. He wished her well and said he did not see a future for them. She blew up her marriage chasing a memory, and the memory did not want to come back. I would be lying if I said that did not feel like a kind of justice. Not joy. Just confirmation that I had not been crazy for feeling second place. Last I heard, she moved into a one-bedroom apartment. She complains to mutual friends that the settlement was unfair and that she got nothing after 7 years. She leaves out that she tried to take a house she never paid for. She is back on dating apps. A friend showed me her profile. One line said she is looking for someone who truly appreciates her. Her ex is now engaged to his girlfriend. I saw the photos online. She posted something vague the same day about timing and missed chances. Her relationship with her family is strained. Her mother barely speaks to her. She and her sister argue about money and choices. As for me, I am rebuilding. The house feels different, some days too quiet. I changed small things. New curtains. No more throw pillows she picked. I moved furniture around, little shifts to make the place mine again. I am not dating. I started therapy 2 months ago. My therapist told me, "You spent 7 years being told you are not enough. That leaves marks. Give yourself time before you try again." It made sense. The other night I made pasta. Same recipe she once compared to her ex's carbonara. I sat at my own table and ate it. It tasted good. Not because it was perfect, but because nobody was sitting across from me telling me someone else did it better. Did I handle everything perfectly? No. That one line about her ex not wanting her was harsh. I could have taken the calm route years earlier and insisted on counseling instead of swallowing resentment. But sometimes, after years of quiet, the truth only comes out when you cannot hold it in anymore. It may come out rough, but it is still the truth. I do not really regret saying it. It forced everything into the open. It made her admit she had been talking to him. It pushed me to see the marriage for what it had become, not what I wished it was. Here are some lessons from this story. Lesson 1. Constant comparison to an ex is not venting. It is disrespect, and over time it erodes trust and self-worth. Lesson 2. If your partner secretly reconnects with someone they keep putting above you, that is not harmless nostalgia. It is a serious boundary breach. Lesson 3. You do not have to stay in a relationship where you are treated like a backup plan or a consolation prize. You are allowed to walk away. Lesson 4. Family and friends may pressure you to be the bigger person, but they do not live inside your marriage. Protecting your dignity is not weakness. Lesson 5. Ending a long relationship is painful, even when it is the right choice. Give yourself time to heal before you try to build something new. Lesson 6. Your value is not decided by your partner's comparisons. You are not less because someone else refused to see you as enough. What would you have done after years of being compared to an ex? Would you have stayed and tried to fix it, or walked away sooner? Share your thoughts in the comments.